In the next episode, we see that Sumire is starting to have second thoughts about becoming an exorcist, which is two more than she usually has. She's feeling this way because of all the experiments Mr. Nahashi's been doing on her berserk mode. He goes into this long-winded explanation as to why he's doing this, but I'll break it down to you in simple terms. Basically, he's trying to make her go berserk without actually having her go berserk.
Let me say that again. He is trying to make her go berserk without actually going berserk!
Your reasoning is hardly logical.
That is like trying to get Bruce Banner to turn into the Hulk without getting him mad or scared. That is what triggers his transformation! All the plot holes in this are gonna kill me, aren't they? Oh, let's move on before I go on for this for too long.
This is getting interesting.
That is a complete lie, and you know it. I can tell by your poor voice acting.
Sumire, feeling like a guinea pig and being used as a living weapon, decides to run away from the Venus Vanguard and goes back to live at her old dorm.
Hi there, Mika.
It doesn't take long for the Vanguard to realize that Sumire has run away. Mr. Nahashi feels that he was a little too harsh on her and that he needs to be more careful with her in future. Laura suggests that they go look for her, but Lucia thinks they need to give her some space. That's it, Laura. You just go back to eating chocolate, like you do for most of the bloody series. I swear, you almost never see this girl without chocolate. Meanwhile, Sumire is trying to adjust back to her normal life that she had before becoming an exorcist and is re-establishing a relationship with her friends and family. And if this sounds familiar, that might be because this is the plot to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. Look, I'm not saying that they're trying to rip it off or anything. With another series, this could have been a good idea. But with this one, this is just essentially filler. It's a 12-episode series, and this comes off more like filler than actual continuing content. Oh god, this is going to be a long episode. However, it doesn't take long for Sumire's old life to catch up with her. She sees a virus looking for people who can see him. You see, viruses are only attracted to people who have something called the sight, which allows people to see them. Sumire is one of the few people who has this. However, there is a way that she can avoid detection by the viruses, with this little charm. Oh gee, I'm sure nothing will happen to the charm whatsoever. Ugh. I can see the plot twists of this series coming a mile off. No, check that. I can see them coming 10 miles off. At school, Lucia asks Sumire to come back to the Vanguard. Oh, wait a second. Wasn't there something that you said earlier, Lucia?
I think it'd be best to leave her alone for now.
Aren't you worried, Lucia?
Look, Sumira's just going through a tough time. I'm sure she'll be fine.
And literally 2 scenes later?
I think you should come back with me.
Holy good grief! The writers just gave us the finger! I swear, the writers just gave us the finger! Anyway, Lucia then goes on about how there's no way that Sumire can go back to the normal life that she had, and blah blah blah. You've probably seen a million speeches like this before. This one is very poorly done in my opinion, despite their best efforts. And Sumire then goes on like, I didn't want this, why is this happening to me? Look, I get that they're trying to make her sympathetic and all, but when that's every other word that she says, she just comes off as whiny and irritating to me. Oh. Look, I'm sorry I'm going on about this a lot, but the main reason I'm doing it is because the series keeps going on about it a lot. At lunch, when Sumire is with her friends, unfortunately, the virus shows its ugly face once again. And I can't believe it's taken me this long to say it, but the viruses are pretty generic looking, even though the show itself is pretty looking. It's okay, Sumire. You have the precious. As long as I have the precious, I'll be okay. The precious will keep me safe. No! My precious!
Oh, there's a big surprise! That's an incredible... I think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die from that surprise!
Sumire runs back into the school to grab something from her school bag. I wonder what it could be.
I know I put it in my school bag. Here we go.
What? You brought your gun to school? How did you slip that into past security? I mean, oh. No. Maybe being too harsh. I mean, this series could have been made in more instant time. Let me check when the series was made. Okay, according to my notes, this series was made in the year 2007. Are you kidding me? Oh, there's no way she would get that past any school security. Oh. So anyway, the virus breaks into the school, even though we just saw it out the window. How did it get from the window to the hall is beyond me.
Leave me alone.
Sumire tries to kill the creature, but constantly misses. I played that Mulan clip way too early. To be fair, she does actually manage to shoot off the tip of his wing. And then Sumire starts running around the school with a gun. And nobody notices! Not one person notices! I swear to God, not a janitor, not a student, not a teacher, not anybody!
So I told him that if he went out with Nico, I'd tell everyone about his little problem.
Is no one hearing the gunshots being fired? Not a single person? There's gunfire! Oh my God! Is this a school for the deaf and the blind? What follows for the next few minutes is a game of cat and mouse. I don't have this song, so I'm just gonna try to sing it. I apologize for my poor singing. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. Sumire loses the virus at the school's roof. Look behind you. Oh great, now you're down to one bullet. Way to go, you idiot. Sumire gets cornered by the virus with a single bullet. The stress gets to her so much that she decides to turn the gun on herself. Oh great, Venus versus Virus. Just throw in some poorly handed suicide while you're at it. Yes, go, you do that. You SOBs! I know that she's not literally gonna kill herself, but by God, this series, I'm really starting to hate it. And if you're wondering how the fight goes, she whips the virus's ass like nothing. What? Were you expecting a surprise or something? When Sumire goes into berserk mode, she is invincible and untouchable. Language? If your mother could hear you. Wait, she's got a symbol on her leg too? What the? She can fly? What the? I swear to God, Mr. Nashi never at any point said that she could fly. They just pulled this right out of their rears. I get. Is there any consistency in this show? Oh wait, I saw it. So no, there isn't any consistency. I'm really starting to lose it now. Oh, calm down, Al. Calm down. There's only like 5 minutes left. After Sumire kills the virus, we see the Lucius come up on the roof to try to help her. Uh-oh, looks like Sumire's gonna attack Lucia. Alright, now we're gonna get to see these two fight. Alright. Damn you! Now you may be wondering when Lucia got the opportunity to put the pentagram on the floor. I don't know. I stopped looking for logic in this show quite a while now. Ooh! No force can hold She-Hulk! Yes, yes, we're finally gonna see these two fight. What? They skipped a fight! You cheap buggers! You did it to me twice in a row! Oh, you! Oh! Oh. So anyway, Sumire now says that she accepts being an exorcist. And you think we're never gonna hear her complain about it again. Well, you'd be wrong. Despite saying that she's now accepted this life, she complains about it over and over and over again. Making the point of this episode almost entirely and utterly pointless. Do you see now what I meant by calling it near filler? Oh, God. Almost there. Just a few more minutes left. On her way back home to the Venus Vanguard, Sumire stops at a park to smell some flowers.
Smell amazing. It reminds me of my childhood. I wonder if this is where me and Nana used to play when we were little.
Yeah, some BS about childhood. And here, we are introduced to someone,
Such a close.
and guess who it is? Huh? That's right, it's the romantic love interest.
What are you doing up here? I wasn't expecting any company. You okay? Hello?
Phew! Is it just me, or is there something going on between those two?
Sumire comes back home to the Vanguard, where she's welcomed with open arms, and thus concludes my review of this series. And thank God it couldn't have come at a better time.
I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.